But come on, brother. Hotel.
Trying to
Yeah.
Oh. All right, okay. I wanted to just speak about something I think you might have been seeing in some of the newspapers or some of the free newspapers that you might see on the newsstands today talking about urban farming. I'm sure SAR's up on that. Most of us probably are. On this page right here, it's talking about urban farming, and it goes inside and it says city grown, a subculture of urban farmers has taken hold in Baltimore. It also reads, it says, in the middle of the northeast Baltimore, amid the brick row homes, the concrete sidewalks, and the steady stream of automobiles, it is a patch of land that is to an outsider looks completely out of place. Rows of crops sprouting out of the ground, chickens laying eggs, bees making honey, and it says, believe it. So it's just this picture right here. It speaks about how in the inner cities now, you know what I mean, there's actually a whole lot of farming going on, or the idea of farming going on. So I just wanted to bring this up. I don't know who all had these people or didn't know or didn't see this. It'd be something good to see, something good to read. It's a really good article on about what's going on in the inner cities and how we're going to have to begin to take serious agriculture and begin to plant our own seeds and grow our own foods, because when in the supermarkets, we know in the supermarkets the prices are going sky high. And also, like Brother Haru always say, that, you know what I mean, that food is really not food, you know what I mean, in the supermarkets. A lot of times, just the food that's on the perimeters is really the food, but anything in the middle is just a junk. So we're going to have to take serious about our own food, our own health, and this is just another way of doing so, urban farming. So I just wanted to bring that to the family.
Got current fast. Come on, sis. Come on. Come on up there.
I gotta come up here, Hotep. I just wanted to come up really quick because Sade and I actually volunteered at an urban farm in Clifton Park. And I didn't know if anybody knew, but they do the hoop houses. I had just heard about that. Asar was telling me about the hoop houses, and they actually have them. And we got a chance to clear brush and just get an idea of exactly what happens. Like, I didn't know that they took over, that they basically clear the land and then put a tarp on top of it and then put soil on top of that and then plant inside of the soil. I also found out, which I always hated worms, but I found out that worms are actually good for the soil. Who knew? That, you know, when you are planting food, that you actually want more worms in the soil, so that, because those bring the nutrients and, you know, that process where they digest, and I don't know the official word for release it, but when they do that, you know, that provides the nutrients that goes into the food, and that's actually what you need. So I think I can't remember the name of it right now, but the farm itself, they take volunteers every Friday from 8 to 12, and then also on the first and third Saturday of the month. So if anybody else wants to go, let me know. I love to do it. So, okay.
Any more current affairs? All right, go ahead. Go on. What's up, brother? What's up?
This current affair is a sister of mine. She lives in Gambia in West Africa, and I was talking to her yesterday and just wanted to let everybody know, like right now, if you know where like Gambia is located, like in the middle of Senegal, and she was saying like they have like a border war going on. So basically the borders are closed. So if you quote unquote living in Gambia and you can't go to Senegal, if you live in Senegal, you can't, you know, go through Gambia. And it's funny, if you look at like how the country is situated, it's basically like right along the river. It's like a small sliver of the country. It's the smallest country in Africa. And basically what happened is like the British, when they went there and colonized, they went up the river, and they basically, like, what they did was they fired a cannonball from the river one way and from the river the other way, and that's where they put the borders, because they were saying this is where they wanted to have their outposts as far as slavery. So it's one of like the few countries in Africa, in that part of Africa, that even speak English, you know, so everything around it speaks Spanish. It's just based on colonialization, but it's just to bring it up because it's similar, because what it is the same exact people live there. So in both countries, it's Wolof people, Mandinka people, you know, so, but the only thing that separates them is these borders that were set up, you know what I'm saying, by Europeans. So that just lets us know, one, about the whole, we need to just squash all the borders in Africa, period, you know what I'm saying? These whole countries and stuff like that, we need to just squash all of that. But I mean, just to because it can get to the extent where, you know, the borders are closed and it's even like affect like goods, trade goods and things like that, you know. And it just reminds me of like even in the US or whatever. I know like in Chicago, a lot of times, especially growing up, they have like territory wars, you know, between like the gangs or whatever, you know. And it's like, if your grandmother live over here, you know, you might not be able to, you know what I'm saying, go see her or whatever unless you get down, you know, like that. And it's the same silliness, you know what I'm saying, about the neo-colonials. And these are, you know, brothers and sisters that's, you know, fighting these wars, just like it was us that's fighting these wars too. Another thing about the article, that brother is like a real cool, you know, really focused centered brother. So if we probably wanted to work with him or something like that, he would probably be down, you know. So, you know, we could probably get in touch with him and stuff like that. Yeah, the Urban Gardener, the brother that they had on the cover. He a real serious brother, you know. So if that was something that people wanted to do, he'd probably be down to do some stuff.
All right, what'd you say? You got a current affair? All right, we're gonna hear your current affair next. You can come up.
You said when I come up?
I said you can come up. You got a current affair too? You can come up after Sister Asad. Why you walking like that?
Hold up, friends. For those of you who don't know, I'm walking like that because my foot is swollen from Taekwondo. But anyways, I have observation and I have some current affairs. My observation, I went to a lecture today by Brother Asel and Sister Watuba, who did a phenomenal job. They are a couple, they are item. And what I told them, I said, y'all are paving the way. You know, they are creating history right here in the AACTS study class, because there's a lot of couples amongst us, but none of us have never done a lecture together. You know, so I guess it's Haru and Mimi next. No, but I think they did. I think they did a phenomenal job, and you know, I'm proud of y'all. So. And one of my current affairs is, I forgot the sister name. I think her name LaTanya or LaShawna, something like that. 25-year-old sister from New York who committed suicide, and she killed herself and 3 of her children. The other child, the 10-year-old child, he had got out. You know, so she drove right into a lake. It was a lake, river. Okay. So she drove straight into there, and she had an 11-month-old, I believe a 3-year-old, and like a 5-year-old. When I heard the story, it brought tears to my eyes. You know, it was really, really sad. And what it said to me is, you never know what somebody is going through. You know, so it's always good to reach out to your brother or your sister. And her brother, her biological brother and her biological sister was being interviewed. You know, of course they was on there, they was emotional. And they said they had no signs of this. You know, they didn't have a clue that she would do something like that. They would have never thought that. They said she was always happy, she was always smiling. And she told her children, she got in the back seat and told her children, she was like, if I'm gonna go, I'm gonna take y'all with me. You know, and then as they was going down, she changed her mind. She tried to anyway, and she said, I made a mistake. Her 10-year-old son heard that, and he was the only one that survived. He got out, he swam. I don't even know how to swim, so, you know, I'm just proud of him for doing something like that. But he got out, he swam, and he waved down some help and told them what happened, what transpired. And if my heart go out to that little boy, you know, to experience that, and that's going to be in his memory forever. You know, that's his last memory of his mother and his siblings, and that's so sad. So to me, the moral of the story is to just reach out to your brother and your sister. You know, you never know what help you made for that person. You know, you never know if that person was having all types of thoughts, suicidal thoughts, you know, damaging thoughts. And just by you calling her or him and saying something to him, you could have lightened up that person's day and or life. You know, you could have had that person just go a few more weeks or a few more months just because you reached out to her or him. And my other current affair is an email that was sent to me by Sister Yolanda. She forwarded it to me. It's about the cell phones. And I don't know if anybody mentioned that already, but I had watched a movie, Imhotep and I seen a movie a few years back about a cell phone. I don't remember the name of it or anything like that. As you can see, I'm not good with names. But in the movie, it was something about your cell phone had to be off, or in the movie it was about the government. The government can hear you. You know, what is it? Eagle Eye. And what's an eagle eye? Eagle eye, they can watch you. It was something else that came out before that. I don't remember what it was though. But oh, okay. So they can hear you even when your phone is, you're not on your phone. So this particular thing, it's not just the government. Anybody can call into one of these spy agencies. You can go into the website, you can check them up. I went to their website. It's like $100 and something for some type of program you download to your phone. So you download it to your phone. I think it take a couple hours to download it. Once you download it, then you gotta put the person's phone number in there. You put the person's phone number in there, you can keep track of everything. You know where he or she is at any given moment. You can listen to the phone calls. Every time my phone ring, if you was spying on me, your phone will ring. It will let you know I'm getting a phone call. You can listen to my phone calls. If I was getting a text, it will let you know I'm getting a text. If I'm not on the phone and my phone just sitting here, you can listen to me. You can key in and listen to everything that I'm saying. So to me, I just want to make everybody aware, and something like that just make you more cautious. You know, it make you, when you talking about something real serious anyway, or something private, just take the battery out your phone. And this, you can look this up on YouTube. It's on YouTube. They got plenty of news clippings of it, and they did research on it and so forth. Take the battery out your phone and just leave it there. And then you can also go and check your phone, and they got applications on the phone where you can check and see if they download it onto your phone.
But iPhones don't let you take the battery out.
It don't. Oh, that's scary.
That's why you cannot take the battery out of the phone.
So I just want everybody to be alert. Just be careful. Don't leave your phone around. When you check out the YouTube clippings, it tells you don't leave your phone unattended. You don't know who might want to spy on you. And then they download it, like I said, they download it to your phone, they get your phone number and all of that, and then they can transfer everything where they can get your phone calls and stuff. So don't leave your phone unattended. And if you are skeptical about somebody having your information or somebody spying on you, like I said, just take the battery out when you don't want somebody to hear what you're saying. Hold that. My 5 minutes right there.
Hold up. Brother Saul, you got some current affairs you want to share? You cold, Sandy? No. What? Don't suck it up like that. That Gambia. Come on,
Hotep family. Yeah, my current affairs, just want to share some good news. It's going to affect all of us here. It's going to affect this community here. We've been in the works with the community center. We're really trying to develop an area where we can actually garden, like what my brother shared with the brother that has that area. We've been building, we've been looking for places for a long time now, trying to exhaust every opportunity, but we have a place. You know, we have a large area, you know, and it's right up the street from Golden Eden, right down the street from Golden Eden. And so basically what we have is we have the opportunity to have multiple hoop houses, not just one, but multiple ones. And as time persists, up to 6 of them. But right now, we're going to be developing 2 of them. And in these 2, we're going to be using it in order to supply fresh vegetables and herbs and salad greens and all these sorts of things. We're going to supply them to the neighboring restaurants, and another one we're going to use for the community. So this is an opportunity where we can really get our hands into something and really feed the community, feed ourselves. And it's a hoop house, so that means that we have extended growing season. You know, we're not hindered by the winter anymore. You know what I'm saying? This is something, this is major, because this right here, this becomes our base now. You know, when we talk about developing an area where it's a liberated zone. Now we have food. You know, we have a sister that does clothing. You know, we're building shelter. You know, we're cornering what we need to live. You know, not just live, not just survive, but live with vitality. Live like
Africans. You know what I'm saying? So this is an excellent opportunity for us.